What's your name, and is there any specific meaning behind the name?
Hey, my name is Rich Brunson, and we love the garden. And the meaning behind the name is, well, the name is Hope Gardens, and the meaning behind the name is helping other people eat. Simply want to give hope to people, and we don't want to just feed people, but we want to help them care for themselves. Want to help them never go hungry again if that's what they choose to do.
And the story behind Hope Gardens really started when Rich was a teenager, and I'll let you kind of tell that part.
I was homeless at 17. My mom died when I was somewhere around 16. Lived with my stepfather who loved me, but I was on my own and couldn't figure out life, and did everything I could to eat and sleep where I could, and it's still a very emotional story, to be honest with you. But even as I started working to get my life together, I thought, why is it so hard to eat? And simply I heard and saw a billboard that wasn't there. It said H.O.P.E. helping other people eat. And it kind of woke me up, and I knew I was supposed to help people eat. Well, guess what? That was 17, and I'm 53 now. But the story behind that is it's really never too late to begin.
Wow, that's great. This testimony is perfect for our channel, as we like to have inspirational and positive stories. So the next question I was going to ask is, how long have you been gardening for? Do you enjoy it? And what, I guess you kind of answered it, but you can expound on it more if you'd like. What made you want to do it? So how long have you been gardening for? Do you enjoy it? And what made you want to do it?
So we've been married for about over 30 years, and we always enjoyed gardening. We just didn't really know how to do it, and so we would do the old style, which is work really hard. We'd make the rows wide enough to get a lawnmower down because of the weeds, because you didn't want to be embarrassed with weeds taking over. And so it was just very weedy and a lot of work. And so there's many occasions where Rich even say, do we even want to garden this year? Because it's just too much work, rototilling. And so it's probably almost 5 years ago, our son, at the time he was 17.
17.
Yep, 17. And he said, you guys got to watch this new YouTube video, and about a different way of gardening. You guys got to change your garden over. And Rich is like, how old are you? How old do I?
I wasn't interested. I tried to be very diplomatic. I wasn't interested. And he kept pushing. I said, son, I've been gardening longer than you've been alive. I think I got this. But it turns out he was right. I tried it on a small section, and the next year I tried it on a bigger section, and I liked it.
So we started gardening this different way, which is sustainable. Takes up to 90% less water. Okay. As a matter of fact, we have 2 school gardens that we've been working with. We have no access to water, and it's been great. And so, and a lot less weeding, so we call it more of a tending a garden. And so what we loved about it too is it was easy, it's less work, and it was providing great food. And so Rich had suffered a concussion. It's been over 3 years now. And he would find peace out in the garden, this different way of gardening that we have. So he would go out there because he really couldn't take being in the home with us, with the noise, with the lights, and so he'd go out there and find peace watching the chickens and sitting by the garden. Now, if the garden was the old kind of garden, it would not be peace, because you'd be thinking, I got to weed, Yeah. And so, yeah, and so he would go out there, and so it's a concussion, any head injury, any type of thing like that, takes a toll on the whole family. It's difficult. And so he was going through physical therapy, and so I would see him out there and see that that was bringing peace. But I also recognized that this different way of gardening was like really a great system. And I was like, wow, this could help a lot of people eat. So I was speaking the very thing we used to talk about when we were dating. Because he was not homeless at that point. I was, but he would tell me about this billboard, the HOPE, helping other people eat. And I was like, remember, we used to talk about this all the time. And after we first got married, he'd talk about, I want to go to other countries, teach people how to grow food. Well, we both were city people, so it was like, it didn't make sense. We're not farmers.
We weren't even gardening then.
So I just I think this is what we're supposed to do. And this had been 30 years past his, billboard experience, this experience he had. And, but he couldn't see it. He had lost hope, actually. Got very depressed, lost hope. And, but we had a group of people that we were doing life with, friends. And they came alongside and said, just encouraged us, and that's kind of where really the hope never really died. Hope Gardens, that HOPE experience, it just was buried, and this was the time for it to come to life.
Can I say something real quick? You guys garden, and you're amazing people. I appreciate it about you.
We're not good yet at it.
You're good at it. It's just getting started is the hardest part. But you put a seed in the ground, and you think it's gone forever, like a dream. And it takes a while. And the seed actually the roots go down, and the shell of the seed pushes up on a lot of plants. But you want to uncover it all the time to see if it's doing anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's doing something. It takes 9 months to have a baby, plus or minus a few weeks.
Right.
Is it ever going to come out? Is it ever going to grow a bean plant? Is it ever my dream ever going to happen? But dreams come true. And maybe you can't do it by yourself, but with other people you can do that. Mm-hmm. So we love to inspire people to have hope and to dream. So you look down here, that's grass. Why is there grass growing? Well, there's not a lot of cover.
There's none.
So if we had cover, we wouldn't have, let me look under your feet. There's a few weeds, but not really.
Not like here. There's no covering here.
Yep.
But this is our raspberry, this is the end of the season. We're in October 9th.
Yeah.
And so we still have...
We're still eating, baby.
So we still have food coming out of here, but it's toward the end, so it's not like peak.
Yeah,
but
it's not like August.
Yep.
Right.
August is the prime in Michigan.
Chinese 5-color right here. They're very hot. They get twice as big as that, but they're the different colors on the same plant. Very, 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 very hot.
Very, very, very hot.
How hot are they?
They are way too hot.
So, should we pull up a carrot?
What do you got there, Julie?
It's always a surprise.
Rainbow carrots. Might be purple, might be red, might be orange, might be yellow.
Let's pull this one up. Oh yeah.
White.
Let's see. What do you think's next?
Red.
Purple? Do they have purple carrots?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna predict purple.
Sometimes you have to get a little something to loosen, but these are coming out pretty
Pitchfork.
good.
Yellowish.
So if the mulch was deeper, those carrots would be longer.
Okay.
But
So,
since
yeah.
it's a root plant, it's looking for a softer place to go. You see all the roots? Most people have never seen the roots on the root.
If you look down here,
This is the carrot, but this is the roots. This is how the carrot gets bigger. This is how it gets fed. It's like a straw.
So if you look, a nice loose soil produces great
Nice little worms.
food. Okay, so see how loose that is?
Yeah.
We have clay here. This is heavy. This is clay, our land. But this changes.
The chips break down.
This breaks down,
Make
becomes
soil.
So we've been now. This year we will add more wood chips to keep breaking down to create better soil. So these will be better every year. And I'm determined to get purple.
Why don't we walk over here while you get purple?
All right, I'll tell you when I get a purple.
Bye, Julie.
Bye-bye.
Right here is sage. It's one of our herbs. Would you like to rub that with your fingers and smell it? It doesn't. That type of herb is better cooked versus tasted raw.
It doesn't smell like sage.
Doesn't it smell good? Put that in your pillowcase. Probably sleep like a baby.
Reminds you of the essential oils, doesn't it, Sarah?
Yeah. Yeah. This right here is not. This is just this is our own personal test garden, and this is a beet.
These are great.
Yeah, and
A lot of health benefits in those.
Yeah. And see, we're not that scientific. We can't tell you why everything's good for you, but it's good for you.
It is. Very good.
And once you stop craving bad stuff, you start to crave things your body needs.
That is what we're trying to teach on this channel too.
Mhm. So you can eat this raw. You can cook it. You can eat the stems. You can eat the leaves.
Combine it with carrots and it's really good.
Oh yeah.
We have a video on that. We're going to post that in the description below.